So it snowed last night. First snow of the year. Because of that, I decided it's time to make some chili. So I got out a pound of venison, a pint of my tomato sauce from 2016, got some beans, some diced tomatoes, a little beef stock, some corn, an onion, and some garlic. We're going to get started on this, and to do that we're going to have to do some chopping of onions, garlic, and we'll get going from there. Onions are done. I'm going to bust out a clove out of this. The sauce already, my tomato sauce that I made a couple years, in 2016, that jar. I put onions and garlic in the sauce when I made it, so I don't really need too much of these. Onions and garlic are all chopped up. We're going to get those, start sweating them in the pan over here in a minute. I'll move you over there now. I'm going to let these get started a little bit. Add a little salt and pepper in. I love that smell of fresh ground pepper. There we go. Get these started, and then we'll add in our venison. This is a pound of venison. It's got 5% beef fat in it. That's how I had it ground from the meat processor. And it's still partially frozen. Get this browning in here. Get some spices going. So, spices. Of course, the number one, chili powder. We're just gonna, come on now, generously, you can see what I mean, generously, some smoked paprika, a little less on this one, the cayenne. A little bit of ground cumin. I'm going to go ahead and add in some Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add in a little bit of this beef stock. You can see how the color is more like a reddish tint, which is exactly what we're running for that with all the spices. So we're going to add in, I'm not putting in a lot of beef stock in here, just a little bit for flavor. That's probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a cup. At this point, if I were gonna make, like, if I were making chili for like chili dogs or on top of burgers or something like that, I would add in just enough tomato paste or tomato juice to get good flavor to it, and then I'd let it cook down until it was almost like sloppy Joe mix. And then it's not going to soak up your bread and make it soggy. So at this point though, since we're making actual whole hog chili here, we're going to just add in our all of our vegetables and tomatoes and the juice and everything that's in the beans and corn. Diced tomatoes, dark kidney beans, light kidney beans, not that it really makes, I don't think, any difference if they're light or dark, and whole kernel corn. A lot of people probably don't want corn in their chili, but that's something that I like for some reason. Last but not least, we got this jar of homemade tomato sauce. I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Turn it down to a simmer and let it cook for as long basically as you want. I probably will go at least 2 or 3 hours on this before I'm ready to eat it. Just gives it time to come together and everything be happy and merry in there together. So it's kind of a set it and forget it. that's the chili. Here in a little bit, we'll get started. Maybe we'll do a second video for cornbread and have something to go along with this chili. So at this point, with it being at a rolling boil, you could leave it here for 10 minutes and be ready to eat. Personally, this is when I'm turning it down. So I'm going to turn it down all the way to low. Just going to let it simmer down. I'll give it a stir. Make sure we don't have too much setting on the bottom. And I'm going to put on the lid. And it's going to sit there and cook on low for the next couple hours. So that's the chili. Pretty basic. Pretty much dump stuff in after you brown the meat and season it. If you want to get some of the McCormick's chili mix, pretty much the same thing that I sprinkled in on there. So go for it. It'll work just as good as putting spices in from each jar that you have. Should be good. While that deer chili is cooking, I'm going to go try to get some more deer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Maybe I'll do the cornbread. There's probably better recipes out there than I have. I'm just making Jif box cornbread. So I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll keep making these videos. Talk to you later.